What's good, fam? This is your boy Prophet the Jeweler, yo Jewelers, you know what I'm saying? Prophet with the gems for hers and for hims, man. I want to touch on a podcast episode that I just seen with Kurt Franklin. It had NLE Choppa, and a few others, Ray J was on there as well. And it's a lot of talk going on about the boy NLE Choppa. Was he right? Was he wrong? A lot of people saying he think he know too much. He too young. I will say that I feel personally that wisdom doesn't come with an age. I think it comes with life experiences and with that person yearning knowledge and wisdom themselves. That's what brings about the wisdom. The trials and tribulations of life, things of that nature. I believe that some people could go through more at just from the years of 1 to 19 than some people can go for their whole lives. It just depends on your circumstances and the situations that arise within your lifetime. But I agreed with a lot of what NLE Chopper said. I think a lot of people are wrong. Just trying to say, oh, he's young, he's this, he's that. You got Fred Hampton, who died, I want to say, at the age of 23 or 24, who was more advanced than the majority of adults I've ever met in my life when it comes to having wisdom, um, having problem solving skills to assist the people, conflict resolution, things of that nature. The boy was far ahead of his time. I feel like Tupac, in some ways, was far more advanced than a lot of his elders, when he passed away. So I don't think age can be a measuring stick as far as your wisdom, because I know a lot of old fools. I know a lot of old fools who are not in good positions and situations due to them being old fools, getting the same results, doing the same things. They some locos, man. But I think he had a point when he said he is tired of people, giving all of the praises to the Son versus to the Father. Because I hear that so much, Jesus our God, as if he is the ultimate power. And I know some people are not going to like that, what I'm about to say, but I agree with the brother. I don't personally feel that Jesus is the ultimate power. I think the Father is. I look at statements that were made by Jesus, whom I call Yeshua, his Hebrew name, because that Jesus is, yeah, that's that European stuff, man. We're talking about our family members, those who were, taken across all four corners of the world, through slave trade and things of that nature. That's our family we talk about when we're reading the Bible. It ain't the European image that you guys have been given and your great grandmas and your grannies and all of that. That's bogus. Jesus is fugazi. Yeshua is the truth. But with that being said, Yeshua stated that he said, "Call no man good except who? Except Pops. Pops up above. The master jeweler. He said, call no man good except him." Then when they asked him for signs, like, when will the world end? He gave them signs, of course, but he asked, when will the world end? Actually doesn't even say when the world will end. When it says the end, it's actually saying when is the end of the age, not like end it forever. Go get a concordance, man. Y'all do y'all research on that, so y'all can start waiting for the world to end, like our ancestors been doing for hundreds and hundreds of years. Every sign, oh, it's the end of the world. We'll come back and touch on that topic. But he said, call no man good except who? Pops, the master jeweler above. He also stated and said, no man knows that time or hour except Pops, the master jeweler, the one up above who gives out the orders, So with that being said, I agree with NLE Chopper on that. I think people do they give all of the credit to Yeshua because they are ignorant of the fact that him and the Father are two different people. They are one because they move in unison. They have the same mind. I agree with that. They are one because they move in unison. They have the same mind. Just like a husband and wife, he said, now you two become what? One. Now the two become one because you think the same. You see what I'm saying? So, and no, that's not no masonry stuff. They go, oh man, he's a mason. Nah, my boy, my boy, I don't take no oaths. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, he said, no man knows that the time of the hour except Father. You know what I'm saying? Pops, the master jeweler, right? So he's letting you know, like, man, yeah, I got power. You know, ain't nobody can get to the Pops, the master jeweler, except me. I'm the plug. I'm the conduit, right? So that's, I agree with that. He's the conduit. But Pops is Pops, man. Pops is the one with the power. Let's say this is a house. When you come in the house, you're supposed to give honors to the man of the house, the one whose domain it is, which would be the father, not the son. So if I'm going to visit my homeboy, I got to give I give respect to my my brother, my partner, and them, right? But I give double honors, triple honors, quadruple honors to the man of the house because he's the one who rules that domain, right? My brother, my partner, and them, they wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for that man. So, and who helped my brother and them become who they are, and they mental is they Pops raising them, you know, pouring into them. But anyway, Pops and Yeshua or Jesus are two totally different people. You know what I'm saying? He sent our brother to go do his job. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a chain of command. First it's gonna be the Pops, and then it's gonna be my brother. Then it's the rest of us. You know, our brother came to be the example to show us how to be God body and how to live within the kingdom, which is here now. You know, the kingdom is already here, so don't be waiting on that. You know, even our brother Yeshua, Jesus, said, you know, the kingdom lies within. He said it doesn't come by observation or sight. So we got access to the kingdom now. So there's something else that the churches are teaching wrong. But that boy NLE Choppa was right, man. He was right, and too many people go to church every Sunday and think that they right, but you're going to a school to learn wrong stuff. You know what I'm saying? There's so much that I could pick apart with the Sunday doctrine, you know, even with Sunday being a worship day, because the seventh day is on the seventh day of the week. That's the seventh day, you know. It's just so much that we got to start studying it, man. The Bible says study to show thyself approved. Study to show yourself to be approved by the Father, the master jeweler. You know what I'm saying? When he gets to checking out your jewels, he gonna want to make sure that your jewels are flawless, man. VVS's ain't good enough for Pops and master jewelers. You know what I'm saying? They gotta be flawless, not a cloud on the stone, man. They gotta be so bedazzled. You know what I'm talking about? The light gotta shine like stadium lights. You know what I'm saying? Like the sun was on was right there within that jewel itself, man. So we gotta study ourselves and make sure that we are in order and we are in line with the word of the Most High, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you putting everything in another man's hand is crazy. That's like, you know what I'm saying? You know you have a responsibility, or as a man, as a woman, you know, to be a mother and a father to your child, man. Is you just gonna let everybody else rule your household? And you go to some building every week and they tell you, hey, do this with your kids, do that, you know, and it ain't in order. Or was you gonna have, if they have a book, would you read it yourself and make sure that that person, whatever advice he's giving you, is lining up with what that book is saying? That's gonna lead you to success as far as raising your children. Me, myself, I'm gonna read the book myself. I'm not gonna just put everything, you know, and trust everything what somebody say, you know. And this is good practice to have, even if you're working for major companies and corporations. Good for you to go through that code book and for you to read things yourself, because it be some stipulations in there that could really benefit you. But of course, the people who are in position might not tell you that, because that might not work to their advantage. So it's always good to read things for yourself, you know what I'm saying, and make sure that things are lining up. So we have these things in black and white and red, you know, because of the New Testament. So black, white, and red, man. So us to read, and we're not doing it. We putting all our trust in a man. You know, we're not going back and research and make sure what that man tell us is true. Of course, you know, the Most High, he gonna use men for good and for evil. So he might put a man in your life to guide you, to lead you to more understanding. But at some point, you should be to where you studying yourself, to where you listen long enough to where you can start to put things together. You can say, well, 2 + 3 is not 9. 2 + 3 is 5. Hold on, man. Let me go back. Let me read this. Let me add this up. Okay. All right. So yeah, it's 5, man. I know what tripping. Yeah. So now you done did your own due diligence and you studying. So Not they can't lead you wrong. You know, let's say that the Bible will be a book of directions. You don't want to end up at the wrong location. If your goal is to get from point A to B, you don't want that to take you to point G. And point G is way far from B, and it's nowhere where you want to be. So with that being said, man, we gotta do better as far as studying for ourselves. Stop putting all our trust in man teaching us, man. Because that boy NLE Choppa was right, and what's crazy, I didn't even know he was a believer because he was on so much of that quote unquote spiritual stuff. A lot of that spiritual stuff be bullshit. Just to be honest with you, it leads you away from the master jeweler, man. You know what I'm saying? So now you walking around with how people in Memphis would say cubics. You got cubic zirconias on you. You know what I'm saying? And you missing the flawless diamonds that Pops got there for you because you picking up them cubics and you thinking that they shining, that it's the real deal, but them cubics ain't what you want. The diamond is where it really holds a value in his advice. You know what I'm saying? So we got to do better, man. Y'all let NLE Choppa go and say something. Y'all got y'all, oh, I've gone to church for 30 years and I'm this much older than you. I don't care, man. There's people who is 50, 60 years older than me and still be error about the word, man. They don't even know they accepting what the word gave them as a Sabbath day. You know, they keeping holidays that I cannot find in the Bible, and they are putting the name of Jesus or Yeshua on it. You know, Christmas, Easter, things of that nature. But I don't see Easter in the Bible. I see the goddess that it represents. You know, in the Bible, Astarte. You know, which God is against. Again, if reading your book now, I know what shit. I ain't finna keep no fucking Easter, man. This don't have nothing to do with the Most High. And yeah, y'all might be saying, man, this is his language. Man, I'm just talking, man. Hey, man, these niggas out here listen to all type of radio songs talking about spin the block, kill a nigga, and all of that, man. I'm talking to where these niggas can feel me and hear me, man. You know what I'm saying? So don't get mad at me for putting the medicine, inside the candy, man. I'm doing what you can't and what you ain't. You know what I'm talking about? So I'm up here putting paint where it ain't, man. So you know what I'm saying? So make this world a better place, man. You know what I'm saying? So I need y'all to go back, do y'all research. Do y'all research on the Trinity doctrine, when it was started. You know what I'm saying? Because anything dealing with Yeshua was spoke of from the beginning of the book in Genesis. And it never speaks of a Trinity doctrine. It always speaks about the master jeweler. And then it talks about, the man who he was sent to be the sacrificial lamb for the world. All the way starting from Genesis. In the very first sentence of the Bible, when you read it in Hebrew and you break down the word in Hebrew, you get the whole story of Christ coming to die for us all the way in Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. Better sheets in Hebrew. Genesis, better sheet in Hebrew, which means the beginning. So with that being said, man, y'all boy better do y'all research, man. Start letting these boys lead y'all the wrong way, man. Because once I start getting into better understanding, man, because I used to be a boy of the streets, man. I used to be a live wire in these streets, man. You know what I'm saying? High voltage, man. And then I got my life right, man. I started getting with the master jeweler. He showed me like, man, all the money you got in your pocket ain't worth nothing if I ain't on your side. I got tired of spending my wheels in this world, and I like, man, skip the money. I go broke so that I can be rich in spirit before I die with a bank account full of money and I don't have no spirit at all. So I chose the right road. You know what I'm saying? So I hope y'all do too, man. Start doing your research, man. Because another thing that I've seen is that one of the best hustles that I could have did instead of being in the streets the way I was to become a false pastor, a false prophet, man. It is, man, easy money, man. It is so much like pimping, because you get your money from your females like clockwork. I know every Sunday I go in this building, man, my females finna have my money. I got a whole stable because I'm able. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you the titty jakes, man. Oh man, the real snakes, man, they getting rich off of y'all, man. They playing, and it's nothing but playing with emotions, just like pimping, man. I'm gonna say enough, to keep on the hook. You know what I'm saying? When she on that hook, I'm just gonna drag in, really in, right? And she gonna want more. She gonna want more because my words become the dopamine, the serotonin is released through me being vocal to her, knowing what to say, knowing how to caress her brain, with some sentences and some paragraphs. Once you got a conversation, you know how to. Once you got convo and wisdom, man, it's a great combo. You could take over the world. Niggas, everybody think it's money and this and that. boy, if you got the right conversation and you get the right people, you can take over the world, because that's where the money and the power will come from. It, as long as you can get people brains, that's where the real power is, man. So y'all, I encourage y'all to go do y'all research. Don't believe me, challenge me, man. If I'm wrong, come back and leave some comments, man. Y'all want to call, talk on the phone with it, we can link, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I do want to, I want us to rise, man. I'm doing all of this because I want us to be better, not just to show that I know more. I want us to rise as a people, and we can't never do that until we come back, as a whole. We can't do that, and I won't even say a whole, because it ain't gonna be 100%. It's gonna be a remnant. You know what I'm saying? But we could come back as a people and get out of this position we in if we come back to Pops. Because remember, that's our family. That white Jew, Jesus, that European stuff is fake, man. How you gonna be white and be from North Africa? Come on, fam. Come on. Let's make it make sense. You can't. It don't add up, man. So me trying to wake up my brethren and just to help, man, I don't want y'all to wait, half your life like I did, to have to find out the truth, man, of who he is and why we so special and all of that, man. Hey, it ain't just because he our pops, man, because we special, period, man, even if he wasn't our pops. But that just make it greater, man. That's the icing on the cake, man, when you find out who your pops really is. You're like, hold on, man, that DNA, that runs through me. That blood is it running through my veins. So, man, just try what I'm saying, man. Test it out, see if it's real, man. And if it is, man, good, man. Tap in, come back, subscribe. Say to put this say this on your playlist, man, so you can come back and tap in with me. Not true, you don't feel like it's true, man. Let me know, man. Maybe we could get you on here so you could talk and you can educate me, man. Because I'm all open ears. And I never feel like I know everything, but I can say that I'm pretty confident in what I'm saying about the Bible is true, because I don't fact check, and been doing it since 2013, man. You know what I'm saying? And I spent a lot of hours. Like I said, I changed my life, man. I gave up all the money and what I had so that I could rebuild, in a righteous manner, man. So with that being said, man, I want y'all to put your hate down, pick your love up, man. I love us. When I say that, meaning I love those who love me. Man, hopefully I drop some gems, for hers and him. Don't be confused, man, because these some gems that you can use, man. With that being said, I always give credit to the creator. I'm out.